new king and a queen of the court in Wimbledon. I think this is the start of a new era. I think this is the introduction to the era of Carlos Alcaraz, who Novak Djokovic pretty much came out and said, I've never seen anybody play like that before. And this is a guy who's broken the record for Grand Slam titles. He's played the best of the best. For him to come and say that is pretty big, in my opinion. Marketa von Drusova, congratulations to her. Great win, great victory. What are your thoughts on those comments, mate?
In regards to Novak Djokovic, to me, he is the best player of all time. And, you know, I know Roger Federer is loved by the fans and he has an enormous amount of cachet with the public, but no one can go past Novak Djokovic. I know his on-court persona has maybe turned a few people off, and certainly through his anti-COVID stance, that also probably drove a wedge between him and the fans, or at least some fans. But to me, this guy, I don't think there's ever going to be anybody who will supersede him as the best player of all time. And in regards to his comments about Carlos, the 25-year-old Spaniard, well, you know, I would have loved, as a tennis-loving person, that Novak could have gone out with another Wimbledon win. But this guy has been, you know, at the top of his craft. I think he's been number one since prior to the Australian Open earlier this year. He's just a gun. And I think he's the new face of tennis. I'd seriously like to know whether a 25-year-old Spaniard who speaks broken English is going to be the face of tennis moving forward.
Yeah, why not? I mean, his English can only get stronger. And yeah, that's pretty much an easy fix. I mean, Rafael Nadal isn't the greatest English speaker,
but he's a fan favourite.
Yeah, because of his performance on the court.
Yeah, but also I think he's quite self-deprecating when he's interviewed post-game and in press conferences. You know, the girls love him, the guys want to be him. So I think I'd like to see how Carlos merges or morphs into the world number one, and it looks like he's going to be in this position for quite some time to come. Good luck to him. He played a fantastic game, although, you know, I watched the first two sets Sunday night here in Sydney, and I thought with Novak's scintillating display in the first set, you know, 6-1, and Carlos looked like he was gone for a month, and then suddenly it's gone to 5 sets, and he's beaten the best of all time. Good on him. But again, I'd like to see how tennis goes from here on in.
Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you, Tony. As always, every week, mate, you're an absolute legend.